Hey, hobbyologist Mike here, Little Shop of Hobbies. So, we're going to make the top part of our bridge. So, I went ahead and did one, and we're going to do the second one. So, we started off with a cardboard sketch stencil. All I did was measure the distance that I wanted to go, 28 inches, and then my top height, and I just did the best I could as a rainbow. So sketched that out, and then from there we took two more pieces of that fence panel. So had two more planks, and I glued those together. And then took the stencil, cut it out, ended up with these. So I've got two of these, one for each side, and then this one is done. So I did, this will secure the bottom of the bridge, and then I did one bracket here, there, and here, and then connected those two with two brackets there. And what I did was I took the wood burner and I made myself a seam where they connected the wood, and I brought that around to the other side. So we've got brackets on the bottom. The brackets are be careful, are, I had a ton of these little hinges, and all I did was I took them, grabbed them with the vice grips, and ran them through my bandsaw, and came up with all of these, and then those are my connectors on my bridge. So use what you got. So then all of my nails that I'm using, they're really small little black nails. Feel like they're perfect for what we're doing. That's a little framing kit. So didn't have to go to the store and buy this stuff. Found stuff laying around, using it. We'll use this somewhere else. So let's go ahead and put that off to the side. So the first thing we're going to do is, I've had this can probably, I don't know how many years. Oh, actually I'm jumping ahead. See? Gotta wood burn it. So I'm going, the two bottom seams where you can see the black marks, I Sharpied all my seams, but these two bottom seams are actually our glue seams. So we'll actually have brackets over our glue seams. So that doesn't hurt. And all I'm going to do is take the wood burner, and I'm just getting a nice thick line down my Sharpie line, and that's our seam in our wood where they joined everything. Don't have to do a whole lot of work on the actual seam. Basically gluing some, or burning some of that glue. Okay. And this gets covered with the bracket, but why not go ahead and do it? The bracket doesn't go all the way across, so you're still going to see some of the wood. And a nice thick line is fine because you want it to look like the wood was joined there. This is just a little Weller. It came with, I don't know, a couple fittings. It's got a little LED light on it. I don't know, I think it was probably like 25 bucks or something like that at Lowe's. But it's wood burner slash solder gun. So I don't do a ton of soldering. Probably the most soldering I do is on these tracks when I do my lighting. I've done some soldering on that, so I don't need a real fancy soldering gun. That's done, that's done. Top's done. I'm gonna do this one a little bit fatter. I'm going to try to make it look like it's 2 pieces of wood. Well, technically 4 pieces of wood. Okay, so double check it one last time. Cool. I'm going to turn this off. Okay, so soaking some, what do we got? Early American is the color I've been using on everything. And since everything is old weathered 13-year-old cedar fence, it's all soaking it in pretty well. The same tone. It's easier just to use a rag than a brush for stuff like this. There we go. I gotta be honest with you, I forgot that I was recording until just now. That's why I got so quiet. I was talking to myself in my head. As long as I don't say something too stupid. Wipe our excess off. Oh, these are our bottom pieces. Got little grooves little angles in those like I've been doing. Give it a little extra rather than just square it off. Dropsies. So wax it, make it look all pretty. No, we don't need to do that. That silver just wants to. Maybe it's just my eyes. Okay, so we can put this out of the way. We'll let that sit for 2 minutes. So if I do that, so if you can see me, hopefully you can see that, but that's what it will look like. So we'll have 2 arches, and then we'll have cross beams supporting them. You'll go over there. Get out of my way. My legs. Okay, so hopefully you were able to see that. So we're gonna go ahead and this is our inside. So on our inside we get, let's grab some steel plates. So inside gets one in the middle. Okay. And I'm just giving it a dab because we're going to use nails, but I want to drill my holes, so I'm just using hot glue to hold it there until we get our holes drilled. And you know I love hot glue. I've already gone through what, 300, 200 and something? I don't know, a lot. Like $40, $60 in glue. Good old scale. Good glue remover. Okay. And one over here. Spider webs. Hot glue webs. Go ahead and put these on. And I'll show you this in a minute. I'm just trying to eyeball, kind of split it in the middle. I think these hinges, I used to make a bunch of like decorative boxes and stuff, and I think I used to buy like hundreds at a time of these. I've done all kinds of weird stuff over the years. Now, I went online and just was looking at different bridges, and I did come across one this style. I don't even know where it was at, so like, you know, I'm not following like a strict, this is this location, this is this location. Like, I'm putting stuff that either I just think of in my head and using, you know, just creativity. Woohoo! And we were taught that when I was a kid. So I can, you know, I'm doing areas like that, but I'm also going to do some areas that are real, and different parts of the country. So I think I said it like early on. It's kind of like my version of Road America. There's not going to be a ton of buildings on this. It's mostly going to be scenery type stuff. We will have we'll see. I know I want to do some like different monuments and memorial type stuff. So we'll get into making stuff like that. But oh, and I can't remember. I'd have to look. Someone wants to see what the track looks like, so I guess it's been a while since I've shown it. So you start basically here. You've got curves. Got 3 tunnels. This turn right here is pretty nice. Sharp, and then it drops down pretty quick. Or actually, that one comes up. So you've got little squigglies, and then you come into that nice turn, and then you go back up that way. But I've kind of built banks into everything. This did originally dip down into the table. We took that out. And then it's a lot smoother now. I did some work in here on this turn for the inside turn. That's smoother now. But we've got lots of dips and rises, and like I said, we got 1 tunnel, 2 tunnels, and then the bridge that we just did. And then technically over there. So 2 tunnels and bridges and whatever you want to call it. So let's get back to what we were doing, I guess. Alright, so we've got glue. I ran the bit all the way up in it, so we won't go through. Yeah, clean your bit up. Gets that. We got that glue under there. I already had some out. Take our trusty scale. We got pull that glue off. I even counted to make sure I had enough nails before I started using these ones. That way I didn't run out halfway through. Oh, I did not put one here. It got me. No. Waited too long. Trusty scale. Okay. So I'm not going as deep as the nail, that way it does grab some. If I accidentally do go too deep, I've just been putting some hot glue in there, hold it in place. Which I had to do a couple times on the other one, and I've gotten lucky so far on this one, but it's not a big deal. that. So we're going to get our glue off again. We're going to put some glue on there. And I'm going to put, I don't remember where it was. There. I win. There's so many cuts and marks and drawings on this work table. I can't tell if there's any of these little nails laying around or not. Did I even have glue on that one? Very little. See, I could have swore I had a nail out. No? Okay. Alright, so, oops. I forgot you. Not bad out today. I think it's supposed to rain the rest of the week. Alright, so we got that side done, the inside done, and the outside done. Okay, now flip it over. And now we're gonna do two. When I cut these, you've got a rounded corner on the one side, and then where I cut it, it's flat. So I'm taking that flat side and putting it on the edge of the wood. Trying my hardest to remember to do that to all of them. Okay. Huh, I almost didn't do it. See, as soon as you say something. Dang it. I hadn't done it, and then I said something, and then I do it twice. Okay. I almost put that in the wrong spot. Okay. Have you ever seen an Icelandic sheepdog? Look it up. Beautiful dog. Gorgeous. Little fuzzball. That's him. His name's Loki. Yeah, he's definitely a Loki. Five years of that. Great dog, just can't break him with a frickin' barking. Luckily, we're outside city limits. And everyone else's dog barks too. And then at nighttime we get the coyote and the dogs. Or the donkey. Can't forget about him. Let go. Oh, there they all go now. And mine stopped. You there. You there. You there. It's like the game when you were a kid, you had to put the pegs in the holes. These are all round holes and round posts, so hopefully I can figure it out. Bam. Look at that. Oh, one hopped out. Two hopped out. I wondered if that was going to happen. Okay. I thought it was a good idea. Oh, mine's back. Are you the guy that stands, or gal, lady, fella, that stands in your backyard yelling at your dog to stop barking? Yeah, my wife laughs at me all the time. You like my little kid hammer? I don't think I need no big roofing hammer on this. Okay. So, the double side is our outside. So we're gonna take, and I labeled these, maybe. So I'm gonna put our brackets, plates, whatever we wanna call them, flat side out. So actually, yeah, I'm gonna want it like that. Okay. So same thing. Dab of hot glue just to hold it in place. Flat side out. And I'm doing that I go. Alright, so we've got it like that. So let's go ahead and just knock out the other one too. It's a little bit harder to use use what's laying around method if you're like trying to be very precise on, you know, making perfect little brackets or so we're gonna drill some holes in here. Heated up that glue and pulled it through. And these pieces tie everything together. Ooh, 48 minutes. I'm sorry. Okay, let's wrap this up. So this is the left side. That's the right side. This is the left side. Over here. Putting some glue on those tabs. Whew. Make sure we're going the right way. Okay, so let's get this wrapped up. All I'm gonna do is I'll show you. So I'm gonna bring my bit out. And go all the way through. So on these holes, so we've got these tabs, which will be glued to the bottom, glued to the side also, and then on what was I doing? My brain died. Oh, the top two holes that we just did are gonna come all the way through into the bridge. So these will actually be fastened more than just glue. So okay, so we've got the outside done. We stained it. We put all of our plates on there, got everything nailed in, and I'm gonna go ahead and leave it there. We're at 52 minutes. That's a long time. So we're done. Hobbyologists, keep on hobbying. Appreciate you, and see ya.